Good afternoon, Tim. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm doing fine.
So glad to have you on Free Talk with Mr. B.
Yeah, finally.
We've been talking about it for a while, and I'm glad we got together.
Yep.
Okay. So my audience and our audience want to know more about you and your family, what you're doing. Tell us.
Okay, so my name is Timothy Olatoke. I am an enterprise architect at Design Systems. I am a techno-evangelist. I always like looking for ways to improve what we do every day by simple solutions.
Nice.
So that's taken me through a long genre of doing several things in different spaces, and I'm happy to be here finally.
When I met you, I know I met you at one venue. Right now we are at the Fogo de Chao in Dubai.
That's correct.
Yes, and so I met you, I think it was at Kiza in...
That's absolutely correct.
Now you go there often. What goes on there exactly? What would our audience need to know? And even if we think about giving back, what are we giving back there?
Okay, so there are a lot of events that happen around the African networking group, and at Kiza, I believe every Wednesday they have a brunch that they do for people that are interested in doing business in Africa or vice versa, or doing business here. And that's a networking group that we all meet up to discuss about different things. And I do meet up a lot of people, and obviously that's where I met you there. And as a business person, doing a lot of community events, most times we meet a lot of people and create connections right there.
For sure. And your business name, what is?
Okay, so the primary business I'm doing right now, it's an e-commerce marketplace called Ojamea.
Ojamea?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were set up officially in the UAE 2019, April 1st, we were registered. But prior to that, it was under one of my other companies as a subsidiary, and that was since 2016 to 2019 until we decided to open up on the mainland. And what we do, we're a marketplace. We don't own any of the products on the site. However, we have a lot of suppliers and distributors that would like to sell their products.
That's Ojamea?
Ojamea.
Okay.
So they bring their products onto Ojamea, and Ojamea is like this amazing platform that sells African products, or products inspired by Africans, that we sell on premium goods to people all around the UAE.
I'm smiling because I just had some of the agege bread, and I remember being in Nigeria eating that, and so I'm in Dubai and I was able to eat that. Is that where they can find it too?
Yes, they can find a whole lot of things. So we don't only do staple foods, we also do bakery, we do butchers, we do all sorts of things. And what's very unique about us is that all the goods, before they go to the customers, they usually come into our sorting center for quality check.
I see.
And most of the fresh farms and bakery products, we bake it as it's been ordered, and we deliver to the customer within 4 hours.
So everyone could just type in ojamea.com and they will go there?
Correct, absolutely.
Okay, I'm trying to phonetically say it because sometimes I meet a lot of people and they have words that are like, oh my gosh, how do I say that properly? Yeah. So ojamea.com and they will find it.
Correct.
Okay, I think the editor can make sure he puts it on the bottom so everyone can see it either before or after, in case I didn't say it right. But you didn't just pop out of nowhere and start Ojamea. Something must have happened along the way. Tell me more about you. What's behind this brand and you?
Okay, so I've lived in different parts of the world, and coming into the UAE wasn't any different. But something was really lacking when I came in here. It was difficult for me to be able to find the right places to get the right ethnic products, and there was only one part of town that had it, that you have to drive all the way there to go fetch it. And again, getting information was very, very hard to find. So one of the key things I took that on, and I'm like, okay, this is out there. And as soon as I began to live fully in and breathe the air and do everything else in here, I decided that, that's something that is really lacking. And very quickly I realized it wasn't just because I was Nigerian or I was African. It cut across all the different demographics. So that was something that was persistent here in the UAE. 90% of the people in here that reside here are foreigners, they're expats. So we all are going through the same journey. So I said, you know what, it would be unique and it would be nice to have a platform whereby people can go to and be able to get all their needs in one place.
I think that is absolutely so, and people do like to connect with Ojamea, and because they want to connect with you too. You and your family, your wife are the features. So I'm missing a link. Nigeria, you told me you're from.
Yeah.
And then I hear Dubai, but you guys have an accent a little different than that. That means a few things happen in between.
Oh, definitely. So, growing up in life, my first degree was done in Nigeria. My second degree as a computer systems engineer was in the UK, where I started working and started building my career. Then soon after, I decided to try something exciting, so I moved into the Middle East. I did a few projects in Gaza and in Ramallah, working for a mobile telecoms company. And then I moved back to the UK, but I got bored and I said I needed something more exciting.
That's like the boy thing.
Yeah.
We have to keep doing things. And Ojamea sounds like a good thing because it's a form of making it easy for the community to access their goods and maybe for other entrepreneurs to place their goods on the platform like you were saying.
Absolutely. So one of the other things that was driving or that's driven me to do Ojamea was going out there and traveling all around the world. We get to see the different goods and bads, premium products, I'll put it that way, or local products that, they've got very good taste, they've got very good, how would I call it, they're transferable, it's something that anyone can pick up and eat.
Right.
But because, for lack of a better word, maybe the owner of those products doesn't want to go any wider or any further, they are kind of limited to that area or to that country. Right. So out here, I'm like sitting down, I'm thinking, hold on, there are loads of products that I've seen within Africa that are great, but they are nowhere around here. No one has heard of them. No one knows them. I go everywhere, I see Indian food, I see Chinese food, I see Japanese food, Italian food, but gradually I start asking myself, where's the African food? And that's one of the things that started driving the whole of Ojamea, because there are a lot of products out there, pure, organic, vegan, healthy, high in protein, but we've kind of limited it to where it's being made.
Yeah, because case in point was when I tasted the agege bread, I was like, wait a minute, I know that word, agege, and I actually knew that bread because I would have it a lot when I worked in Nigeria. Okay. So familiarity, being familiar with that product, it makes a world of difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And so people can see the authentic product coming through Ojamea.
Correct. That's absolutely
I think
correct.
it makes a world of difference when you get your homegrown item wherever you are, whether it's in the UK or here in Dubai.
Correct.
So very nice. I like that idea. In fact, that was $1 million solution you were placing to a problem.
Yeah, and for me also, it kind of helps the community, the local community, wherever the product is being produced. So some products that are being produced in rural villages in Africa, or in some towns back home, helping them export those products definitely would be given back to them, not just buying their products, but helping create more employment and more development, helping build up people's confidence and knowing that yes, whatever they're producing, it's very good. And what we've even gone a step further in doing at Ojamea is we've created a category called the finest, where we put products that we have tried, tested, and we have vetted, and we know it's 100%, as good as gold and as good as it can be.
So just saying that again, building the confidence with our audiences, it's did you have to follow any rigorous requirement from, like, I know in the U.S. they have Food and Drug Administration, in the U.K. they have the global standard that they go by. Did you have to follow any standard to make it more rigorous?
Obviously, yes. So most of these products are being brought in by either the distributor or the supplier who controls the supply chain, who brings these products in based on the demands we request for. So I've been able to, over the months and years, I've been able to build alliances with various distributors and suppliers that help facilitate the importation of these products.
And you use the word confidence too, because I like that word, because I've heard the complaint about in a global stage, people are not confident in what's produced in Africa at times, and you're bringing the confidence not only to the consumers who can get it, but how do you feel is the confidence of the African product is growing? How do you feel it's growing more?
So the confidence is obviously growing, is beginning to grow. One of the first things that I did set out when the concept of Ojamea started in 2016 was, what do we really want to do, and what are the barriers that is stopping the consumer from buying these goods?
Good.
And one of the things that came out in our feasibility and our research was that the consumers, usually the traditional consumer, goes to the shops to see the product, hold the product. They like to hold and feel and touch and smell before they make the purchase for the product. So that was their own form of doing their quality assurance that whatever product they were buying from Africa was up to scratch and was what they wanted. So one of the things that in our business model that we've put in place is to make sure all goods that goes to the customer must go through our own quality assurance. So it's not just testing the first product, but every package that leaves the doors of our sorting center has been properly vetted and checked to improve the customer's confidence. And surely, if I look at the buying pattern of most of our customers, the first time when they come, they buy a few products. And by the time they're doing the fourth, their fifth purchase, you see that their basket significantly starts to grow.
I see. Because interesting enough, I couldn't let you go without asking how or what kind of changes that was made during the pandemic time. Because people couldn't get out to touch, feel, and smell. So did you have to do anything different during the pandemic that could reach the customer? Or did the customer, based on your analysis, did they do anything different?
Okay, so the pandemic really turned upside down our initial plans. Because it took us 3 years to build out a strategy and a plan to go to market strategy, what we were acting on. And as soon as we launched commercially to the open public 1st of January or 4th of January 2020, COVID hit in February. So there were a lot of things that we had to quickly go back to the drawing table to remap. We found out that our customers we were able to convert them quicker because they had no other alternative for them to buy products, because everyone was in a full lockdown, right? So they were all at home on social media. And from our adverts and our platforms, we were getting a lot of orders from the consumers, which was great. And even lovers of Africa had the opportunity to say, you know what, I love some of this stuff, let me buy some. But in as well as that was a great time for us, and it was a great time for us to brand ourselves and get out there into people's faces and sell what we're selling. We also had the other end of the stick, which was, because everything was in a full lockdown, suppliers started to run dry and our suppliers couldn't meet up with the demand. So the negative side was some customers weren't happy because they purchased the products, but we're having to cancel the order because we had no more goods.
And I'm sure everybody was going through it. But now it's been like 1 year.
Correct.
And so you would have seen something changing.
Oh yes, definitely. We have changed quite a bit. We usually have our weekly meetings where we are actively looking at the data and also looking at our customers and their buying behaviors and patterns to make sure that we always respond to their needs. So unlike many other companies out there, we believe to get to the customers as close as we can in order for us to know what their pain point is, so we can meet them at that point and help them resolve their issues. I would say it's been a long journey. I would arguably say we are the first company in the world to do what we're doing the way we're doing it.
Okay.
We're setting the standards for not just Africans, lovers of Africa, and for the world and beyond, on African goods, to show how unique and how pure and how great they can be, and how easily transferable that we can sell it all around the world and make it a global export, just like we have the African Afrobeat music.
Right.
So we are doing that on the food side because we've got loads of great food.
And so this item here,
Yep.
is it something that everyone can, let's see.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh no, that's the African Food Festival.
Okay,
All
okay, nice,
African
nice.
Food and Culture
So
Festival.
you're involved in so many things, and it's, I guess I'm trying to display some of it for our audience to see, and I love the African colors and the features. So there must be a lot of things coming. From a personal perspective, many people say on the side of, they usually say behind, but it's on the side of every good man, there's a lot of support. What is your main support system?
My greatest support system, I would say, is my partner. She's always supported me.
That's the lady I see you with all the time.
Yes. that
Okay,
one.
you guys, you guys are together all the time. I was really admiring that from far and near, and I don't know you guys that personal, so I just stayed and observed.
Oh, okay. So I would say she's been my main backbone. Let me put it that way. I've had loads of crazy ideas, and it's amazing. Sometimes she follows me on some of those wild journeys.
Right, right.
Some of them, most of them, are usually impossible missions that people look at from afar. But you know, I first try to convince myself, but the moment I convince myself, it's easier to convince her to say, yes, we're going to do this. And she's like, oh, you must be crazy. And I'm like, you know what? Why can't it be done? Others are doing it. They're doing it in other parts of the world.
Right.
Why can't we do this?
And we need those questions. I mean, after being married almost 40 years myself, I appreciate my wife to keep me grounded, because I will try anything. So that support structure, and I wanted you to say that on purpose, because our audience like to know that you have a strong support system, and that keeps you pushing forward and keep you grounded. So
Yeah, correct.
Ojamea itself is prospering because of those kind of structures that makes you, and I'm putting words in your mouth on this because I feel that way too.
Yeah. That's absolutely correct, because you know, most times there has to be a balance. In as much as we push in trying to improve the things that we do, we also need to have a balance that, you know, whatever we do, there are consequences for every action. And whatever we do and however we do it, we need to be measured in our approach, and not forgetting the vision, but at the same time not losing our culture or our decency or our morality while doing it.
Very well said, very well said. I know there's a lot more to you and your family, and I know there's a lot of subjects you may want to expand on at times. So would you come back on Free Talk with Mr. B again in any form?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I'm more than happy to, you know, talk about different topics and different subjects, and yes, I will.
Okay. Before everyone goes, I do not let them escape without giving back.
Okay.
Because the platform is Free Talk with Mr. B for the purpose of giving back. And the giving back is an accumulation. We said Mr. B tries to collect an accumulation of experiences, because those are priceless things that we can give back. So the picture is this: you were invited back to your university in Nigeria.
Okay.
And you're the keynote speaker.
Okay.
And you wanted to leave with that audience. Maybe it's 100,000 people listening in that school, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But you wanted to leave something profound with them as a form of giving back that stays with them when you walk off that stage. What do you want to tell them? What would you tell them based on your life experiences?
Based on my life experiences, what I would tell anyone is that we're all born with gifts. It's our choice to either use the gift or bury the gift. And in order for us to use the gift, we need to believe in ourselves and in that gift. And we will know no bounds once you've been able to identify that gift that is within you. And one great thing I would like to tell anyone is that they should never underestimate that gift that they have in their hand, but rather they should keep using it day after day, and in no time they will become their talents will begin to shine all over the world, and there is no way that their talents can be hidden under the sun, right? Because it's going to be shining. So one thing is, if you've got a gift, no matter how small it is, no matter what you think it is, even it might be for cleaning tables, it might be for making tables,
right?
Yeah, it might be for making anything. Don't ever look down on the gift that is being given to you. Each and every person has got a gift, but it's how we nurture that gift and pushed out that gift. I can remember growing up as a small child, and I had a gift. I had the interest in electronics, building things, connecting wires and doing all sorts of things. And I continue to do it, and look at where I am today, because I believed in that gift, and I believed in whatever I was doing. So anyone that is out there that is listening to me right now, that talent that is within you is what you need to survive. Don't go looking for talents elsewhere to buy. There's a talent that is hidden. I know some of my colleagues that were in the university with me, they were engineers, they read engineering. Right now they are baking, they are doing it for a living, and they are making loads of money from it. But that's what they like doing.
Yes.
Right? So when they are doing their baking pans, they calculate everything. Now the engineering skill that they had, they are now utilizing it in baking.
Beautiful. I believe in that.
Right? So for me, I believe that talent that God has given us, we should not say, oh, I don't need this now. No, you should build it up in such a way that people will be like, wow, someone actually did that. And that's what I will tell everyone out there listening to my voice.
Very, very nice. And that's a form of giving back. That's what your experience has said. That's what you shared. And that's what the platform, Free Talk with Mr. B, is. So we can talk about our businesses, we can talk about our lives, our support system, and we can give back based on our experiences. Thank you so much, Tim, for being on.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it. It was a very enjoyable interview.
Okay.
I look forward to having you on again.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Definitely. I'll be looking forward. Thank you. Bye.